Sasa tunaonekana hapa. Ndio nataka. So what's up guys? This is day 3. Tunaenda Namanga. I don't know if this guy is ready, but mimi niko ready. Born and ready. Guys, so we are very ready, but today's tourist attraction is KICC. We want to go to the rooftop and we want to see what we can see up there. We should end the KICC rooftop. So actually what we're experiencing with this video is fast and very serious. So stay tuned, subscribe, and by the way, if you really want this kind of a t-shirt, so if you don't, just hit me up, link is in the bio. Advertise your business, and yeah, see you next time. Welcome back to day 3 of our Nyeri to Namanga hitchhiking challenge. If you're joining us for the first time, here's a quick catch-up. Over the past 2 days, we have hitchhiked our way across multiple counties, relied on complete strangers for rides, visited tourist attractions along the way, and somehow made it all the way to Nairobi. But today is different. Today marks the final stretch of the journey. With roughly 164 kilometers standing between us and Namanga, we have a long day ahead and very little room for mistakes. And before we can leave Nairobi behind, we still have one important rule to fulfill. In every county we pass through, we must visit at least one tourist attraction. In Nyeri, we chose to go to Baden-Powell. In Kirinyaga, we went to the famous River Tana. In Murang'a, we went to Sagana Gorges. And in Kiambu County, we chose to go to Blue Post Hotel, which has very many views to enjoy from. For Nairobi County, we chose one of the city's most iconic landmarks, KICC. Before we hit the road, we wanted to experience the famous rooftop view and see Nairobi from a completely different perspective. I just want you guys to see the comparison of us next to the KICC. And I come out to go like right next to it, so let's look at the comparison. I don't know how many stairs it is. I don't know, come on left, we don't know come on. So yeah, of course, we couldn't leave without taking a few photos first. After all, if you are at KICC, the famous I love KICC sign is practically a mandatory stop. With that checked off, we made our way to the entrance, left our IDs at the reception and began to make our way up the building. And if the view from the ground wasn't already impressive, we couldn't wait to see what Nairobi had in store for us from the top. Okay, let's see this view. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo! What the hell? What the hell? Wow. Wow. Oh. So guys, we're in the KICC. You know, feel like it, bro? It's very viewing, yeah? Very viewing. We finally made it to the rooftop. Honestly, the view from up there was breathtaking. Standing above the city, you get a completely different perspective of Nairobi. From one end to the other, the skyline seemed to stretch forever. For the first time, we could truly appreciate just how massive the city is. Every direction revealed something new, from towering buildings to busy roads weaving through the city below. Oh, guys, on Express Highway. This is Pension Towers, Express Highway. Trains in a car fleet one. Unajua tunaelekea hivi sasa. No, we actually going. Unajua ni kanisa nani? Ya Pastor Nganga. Name evangelism. We could really spot Nyayo Stadium from up here, which I thought was pretty cool. As beautiful as the view was, we couldn't stay too long. We still had a journey to complete, and Namanga was waiting. But first, I had to do something. Guys, I wanna do a flip. I just did a backflip, but So guys, we're about to leave. We're about to now go start our journey, our long ahead journey. You know, it's a crazy one because it's 160 kilometers that we are about to go. So good luck to us, man. We made our way back down, gathered our things and started looking for a good spot to begin hitchhiking once again. After a bit of scouting, we settled near a gas station, hoping it would give drivers enough time to notice us and read our sign. With our destination written down and our bags on our backs, there was only one thing left to do. Stick our thumbs out and hope that the next ride would take us one step closer to Namanga. Nilikuwa nauliza kama unaenda Athi River ama kita. Unaelekea hivi lakini. Unaweza tupea lift hadi penye utatufikisha. Tumetoka Nyeri tunaenda hadi Namanga tukiomba lift hivyo tu. Itakuwa possible? Maybe unaweza tu drop na venye unaenda. Tuko mimi na my friend, we are recording it for yule pale. Tuna record because they're doing it for a charitable cause. Tuna raise money for children's home. So penye unaweza tufikisha inaweza tusaidia at least to boost. Ah? Au tuningitinge? Hatukushikwa. Our first attempt didn't go quite as planned. After approaching one of the drivers, he explained that picking us from that location could get him into trouble. According to him, the traffic police in the area were very strict and stopping there wasn't worth the risk. And honestly, it made sense. If drivers were worried about being fined or stopped by the police, convincing someone to give us a lift was always going to be an uphill battle. So rather than waste time waiting for something that might never happen, we packed our things and we went to search for a better location. Not long after changing locations, a car pulled over and gave us the opportunity we had been waiting for. Whether it was courage, curiosity, or simply kindness, the driver was willing to take the chance and help us continue the journey. We didn't waste a second. We grabbed our bags, hopped in, and just like that, we were moving again. We didn't realize it, but the ride would mark the beginning of the final stretch of our adventure. For the first time that day, Namanga felt closer than ever. Sasa hizi tunataka kuelekea hivyo ndio tukiingia tu hiyo tukitengela. Sio ndio Namanga road sasa ndio tuiende nayo kabisa. Tamani kurekodia.
Shida. Bora isikwe ya ubaya.
Sio ubaya. Kwanza wewe ndio umefanya kitu nzuri sana.
Tumepata gari.
So jina mimi naitwa Lemi.
Naitwa Kevo. Mimi ndio Chebukaka.
Chebukaka. Oh, nice mazo. Haki umetusaidia. Sasa tuko tunashangaa tutafika aje hiyo barabara.
Kwa siku ifike tu.
Siku yenyewe. Mungu ametumana. Buddha. It's official.
Thanks, man.
This ride turned out to be exactly what we needed. The driver was incredibly kind and offered us to take us all the way to Athi River Junction, which was a huge boost for the journey. At this point, the list of places standing between us and Namanga was getting shorter and shorter. We only had Kitengela, Isinya, Kajiado, Bisil, and finally Namanga. For the first time, the finish line felt real. As we drove, he shared stories about the area and pointed out places that we would have otherwise driven past without even noticing. With every kilometer we covered, the excitement grew. We were no longer wondering if we would make it to Namanga. Before we knew it, we had arrived at our destination. Grateful for the journey and excited for what lay ahead, we gathered our things and prepared for the next leg of the journey. Haya, immaculate. Tuvuke. Ama. So now we are almost in Kitengela. Let's go in Kitengela, guys. Ndio Mombasa Cement. Yeah. Acha ni settle down ndio tuweke vitu. Lakini nimechafua my trousers, my shorts. It's okay. Thankfully, we didn't have to wait long. We found a ride heading in the same direction and we made our way to Kitengela much faster than we expected. By now, the finish line started to feel real. And judging by my reaction, I may or may not have completely lost my composure. I don't even know what that laugh was. But in my defense, we were getting ridiculously close to Namanga. Tunatoka Nyeri. Hivyo tu tukiomba lift. Kutoka Nyeri na tunaenda hadi Namanga.
Tunaenda Namanga hivi tu.
Lakini hatukuanza leo. Tulianza mwanzo hii wiki.
Mnajaribu kupima watu.
Hapana?
Muone kama wale wako roho safi.
Tunataka kuprove watu kuna watu wako na roho safi. Na the second try to raise money for children's home, so tukaji-challenge. Sasa sasa tuna record. Tuko live pia. Jina yako ni? Benjamin, mimi naitwa Lemi.
Naitwa Kivo.
Man, Benjamin tusaidia sana.
Thanks sana.
Mbona aje utupe lift?
No, unajua. Tunaona hapa tumeandikiwa aje.
The driver is not authorized to
Passenger.
Can that kill your spirit?
No, it cannot.
Sasa hapo ni your spirit.
Yeah.
Chenye itaongea ndio utafanya. Because we will not be judged by these laws.
Yeah, true. Hapo utaingia kwa shida, hatuwezi taka kuingiza kwa shida.
God has a reason for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Hata kama nitakuwa mzuri na nitaki hapa, we'll have to end it.
Yeah. This is Benjamin. And despite the sign clearly stating that the vehicle was not allowed to carry passengers, he was still willing to help us continue our journey. It's moments like this that remind you that this challenge was never just about hitchhiking. It was about people. People who are willing to take a few minutes out of their day to help complete strangers and get one step closer to their destination. And thanks to Benjamin's kindness, we were once again back on the road. Asante sana. Na Mungu akubariki Benja. Unfortunately, in all the excitement, I completely forgot to record us getting into the car. But trust me, it didn't take long. Not long after arriving in Kitengela, we found another driver who was more than willing to help us continue the journey. Before we knew it, we were back on the road, this time heading towards Isinya. Along the way, our drivers shared stories, pointed out different places along the Namanga road and gave us a better understanding of the area. What started as a simple lift quickly turned into another memorable conversation. And with every kilometer we covered, we could feel ourselves getting closer and closer to the finish line.
10 kilometers. 10, 7 hapo.
Si mbali hivyo. Basi tunapiga kule.
Lakini kutoka hapa mpaka Isinya kitu 23.
Also hii ni refu. Before we knew it, we had arrived at our destination. And judging by the smiles on our faces, it was pretty clear how excited we were. Every successful ride felt like a small victory, and this one was no different. And you couldn't help but appreciate how far we would already come. Itoke kutoka kwa mdomo wako.
Unaona magari za mchanga? Tusimamishe.
Hizo tusimamishe.
Magari kama hizi. Hizo zinaenda huko Misri. Nataka kuchukua huko.
Sawa, shika.
Dere hii inafunika. Kio.
Hiyo haina shida. Hiyo nikajifungia.
Sawa. Asante sana.
Usiache vitu.
Chukua.
Akangine kako hapa.
Sawa. Asante. Okay. Huyu hata haendi. Anapaka hapo. Tuko almost guys.
Almost kufika.
After saying goodbye and thanking him for the lift, we were back on the roadside once again. But this time, something felt different. Maybe it was the momentum that we have built, or maybe luck was finally on our side. But almost immediately, another vehicle stopped for us. And yes, once again I forgot to record us getting into the car. At this point, things were happening so fast that there were barely enough time to put the camera down before we were already on the move. If I'm being honest, this was probably our luckiest day of the entire journey. Ride after ride, complete strangers kept showing up exactly at the right moment, helping us get closer and closer to Namanga. Before long, we had arrived at what we hoped would be our final stop before Namanga. We thanked our driver, said goodbyes, and took a moment to appreciate the journey we had shared. The conversation had been so engaging that the ride seemed to fly by. Now, standing by the roadside again, the reality of what we were about to achieve started to sink in. After days on the road, countless conversations and kindness of complete strangers, we were down to the final stretch. Namanga was no longer a distant dream. It was right in front of us. Filled up with hope, we rode down our final destination, picked up our bags and took our positions by the road, hopefully for the very last time. And then, something incredible happened. Oh, tunaenda hadi Namanga. How far can you take us? Oh, thank you. Before we had finished setting up the camera, a car pulled over. It was as if the road itself was telling us that the finish line was finally within reach. I was honestly overwhelmed by the kindness people showed us throughout this journey. When we asked the driver if he could give us a lift, he smiled and told us that he was heading in the same direction. The excitement hit me all at once. In fact, I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't even realize my mic wasn't recording. Whether the battery had died or simply I forgot to check it, I spent the entire time talking in the camera without capturing a single word. But maybe that says a lot of how I was feeling. As we drove on, I couldn't stop thinking about everything that had happened over the past few days. The long hours standing by the roadside, the moments when no one stopped, the uncertainty of not knowing where the next ride would come from, the people who believed in us, the people who donated, the complete strangers who opened their doors and helped us move one more step to our goal. And now, somehow, we had reached the final stretch. What started as a simple idea was turning into a story we would remember for the rest of our lives. As this memory played through my mind, I realized that this journey was never really about getting to Namanga. It was about the people we met, the lessons we learned, and discovering that there is still so much kindness in the world. For the first time, the finish line felt real. And with every kilometer ahead of us, we were getting closer to the end of the journey that almost didn't happen. Along the way, I asked if we could play a song. And without even thinking twice, the one that came in my mind was Paradise by Coldplay. Officially over, guys, and thank you so much, Maze, for being the one to give us the last journey. Maze, thanks, Maze. God aku bless, because now this journey has been successful because of you.
Nyinyi mbarikiwe sana.
Amen, amen, amen. Sasa tutende hapa nje tufanye vitu zetu.
Haya.
Kila kitu yenye liko hapa. Kwa hapa. Sawa sawa, thank you.
Baki salama.
Amen. Asante, asante.
Jienjoy huko Namanga. Wonderful time. Right.
Yes! We are in Namanga!
Entry kwa Namanga. Man, mbona unashout?
Hakuna mtu atanisumbua.
Sawa. Na hiyo gari, na mseme simamaje.
Imagine.
GoPro yako iko imeisha moto?
Iko imeisha.
Walai. Nataka inafaa sana hivyo.
Buddha. It was once a story. Now it's a history. What once felt impossible had finally become a reality. We had made it to Namanga. After days on the road, countless rides, unexpected setbacks, and the kindness of complete strangers, the journey had finally come to an end. Standing there, it was hard to believe that this all started as a simple idea. An idea that many people doubted. An idea that even we weren't sure would work. But somehow, through faith, determination, and the support of so many incredible people, we made it. And along the way, we managed to raise 6,000 Kenya shillings for Neema Children's Home. To everyone who donated, shared the journey, offered us a ride, prayed for us, or simply cheered us from afar, thank you. Your support meant more than words can express. So guys, the long-awaited day is here. We are finally in hii ndio tumetumia kaa ya mwisho. Hata tunaweza kuandika Namanga because the last car in Nyeri. As you can see, it's only 23 kilometers to Namanga, but where our accommodations are, they are here. So if it's possible to find or convince my uncle atufikishe kule kwa ile burule ni senye Namanga so that you can prove you guys we're in Namanga, tutajaribu kufanya. But if you're not going to do it today, we're still going to make sure tutafika because we are going to go to Tanzania. Yeah, we were raising money for children's home. Saizi imefika 6,000. That's the amount that we were able to raise. So you guys are the one who are going to tell me if we are going to let it go. Like your website ni funge, ama we let it go for another 1 week so that you can raise money. You guys are the ones who are going to tell me. And yeah, what was your highlight of this yote?
Be positive. Be positive. Anything is a challenge. And yes, as I had said, the website is still running and you are the ones to tell me if I should keep it running or I should just close. If it's running, we will continue raising the money. But if you want it to close, just leave a comment down below. Anyways, there's some point yenye nilikuwa feel nikanaweza pigia Kevin nimwambie mazee tusare stuff man. It was overwhelming. It's also tiresome from my end. I've been editing and nalala late nikiwa edited and postia. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to miss editing for you guys. Niwa postia like regularly. But nitakuwa nikipost every Friday. I'm going to try and commit myself for the next 6 months. I'll be posting every Friday. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyways, I think that's where we're gonna make our conclusion. Kevin, thank you so much for accompanying me. I don't take it for granted. You know. So you guys, tell us where next you want us to go. Tell us. Tell us. Peace.
Spin my head right round when you go down, down. You spin my head right round when you go down, down. Hey, I got the house with my that whip, yo, I got places to go. People to see, time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going, the women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry, that's always on. I know the storm is coming, my pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night, cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot, cause we ballin' and spittin' up Patron every hour. Lil' mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody powers. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Hey, shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Get dirty all night, that's part of my. We building castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get paid, it's maximum wage. That body belong on a poster. I'm in the days, that bottom is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a gun out of holster.